Squarebodies of Texas. My name is Eric, and I've got a little story for you. About a month ago, actually the Friday before Christmas, was going out to buy a battery for a little junk box that I was working on out of my garage. Bumped into the coolest guy in the world. His name is Phallen, and he builds these monsters, these pre-runners that are just fully capable, ready to blast and party. And I told him about like the square body that I was building. He was like, yeah, man, you need to come out and see what we've got going on. Come and visit us. There's parts. We want to help you get your truck going. And I was just so excited. But we're going to go in and meet Phallen right now. And we've got some questions for him. So we're going to head that way. Mr. Phallen!
What's
You
happening?
welding some exhaust, my brother?
Yeah, just doing a little bit of it all. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Doing a little bit of X pipe here for the blue shop truck. This is our shop truck. So, but Phallen, we have some questions.
I'm all about it. What you got?
Man, I need to know how this all started. I want to know like the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the bads. You showed me some stuff of your extended cab and its origin point, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just want to know all about it. Can you tell me something about it?
Yeah, definitely. So, I had a dream, and I really wanted to build trophy trucks and just make this happen, kind of thing. And I wanted to my vision was to make these available to everyone. You know?
Yes.
I'd like to see an army of these through the United States somehow, one way or another.
Yeah.
And so I decided, okay, well, first of all, I mean, I don't want to just sell a product that I know that's not going to work, or, you know, whatever that case may be. So I decided, okay, I started doing research, a lot of research, even when I was a kid. 99 to 06, everything was available. And just that's been a tried and true platform for a lot of Baja trucks.
Yeah.
Literally since then.
Yeah.
So it was kind of one of those things. I kind of knew that's where I needed to start. So I bought my first long travel kit used that I had to go in and definitely update. It was a single coilover kit. It was 5 inches wider on each side. Actually 6 inches wider on each side. So it was a super wide kit. It was a Dirty B kit. It was his first generation kit. And I was happy to get it. I got it for like $1,700. I actually bought that kit before I even got a truck.
Oh man.
So it sat under my desk at Longview Drive Shaft when I was there at that time. It sat there for like 3-4 months, just sitting there waiting on me. And a good friend of mine had a truck that was in really bad shape, but it ran.
Perfect platform.
Yeah, exactly. It was an extended cab, 99 to 06. It had a cam 4.8 in it at the time. And no windshield, no wheels and tires. It was in really, really bad shape. But I didn't care. All I needed was a cab, you know, I kind of, and the frame. So I kind of knew what I was up against when I got it. Got it for $1,500. And at the time I was like, wow, this stuff's really expensive.
Yeah.
You know, what am I going to do? I mean, how am I going to afford this?
Yeah.
So that really pushed me into the next realm of what I needed to do. And I really pushed myself to, you know, be a better painter, be a better welder, you know, learn as much as I possibly can, make myself more of an asset. And it really drove me what I needed to do to get where I'm at today.
Yeah.
So driving that and pushing forward with everything, I started doing a lot of restoration work. Ethan kept me alive. I was painting campers left and right.
Yeah.
You know, I probably, that first year he was in business and I was painting campers pretty seriously, I probably painted close to 200 campers that year. It was crazy.
Yeah.
They were all over the U.S. And also, I mean, the other work, as soon as my work actually started going out there, people loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know how or why, or maybe it was just me. I was able to get 65 Mustang that year. That was a full Minkum restoration.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. So it went all the way down and then all the way back up. You know, I was able to take my time with it and do it right. So that was a blessing. Also, a lot of learning on that as well. And then I met, just through the industry, just Todd is an awesome guy. I learned up so much from him. Learned a lot from mistakes as well, what works, what doesn't work. Anybody can paint. It's knowing how to fix those situations when they arrive
Yeah.
is what makes a painter a painter.
Yeah.
Or even a fabricator, same thing. I didn't know how to do all this whenever I started,
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Move forward.
Yeah, you can't be scared of it, because if you are, it's never gonna get where you want it, and that's a lot of the reason why we're doing this today. So
Listen to that, kids.
yeah, that's important. So that I drove from that, and it pushed me, and I kept building on it and building on it, and Ethan was always on my butt about, you need to be on your own. You need to be on your own. You have the talent. You have the work. What are you doing? You're wasting your time,
Stop
over
being
and over.
afraid.
Right. Stop being afraid. And so I moved here about a year and a half ago on my own, and I was really nervous, I was like, what am I going to do? Am I going to have enough work? Blah, blah, blah. And it just fell in my lap. Literally fell in my lap.
Yeah.
And still today, it's still falling in my lap. It's a blessing to do what I love.
Absolutely.
Was able to hire, a couple guys that have not just been a couple guys. They've
No.
been a team. They're sponges. They've learned extremely
I'm
well.
assuming you're talking about Bobby
Yeah,
and Damien
Bobby
and,
Damien,
Tyler.
yeah, Tyler and you.
They're animals.
they're
and me.
animals,
Yeah. He hired me on too.
Yeah,
Actually,
and-
I don't know that you technically did. I was just working
Yeah,
in your
it
shop.
just kind of worked out, right? Yeah. So I wouldn't be where I'm at today without you guys and the product that we're putting out.
Absolutely.
And it's a joy to, get along and make this happen. It's a blessing. And it's crazy because, I've made those mistakes, and a lot of people around me, other previous shop owners have made a lot of mistakes too. And I learned from those mistakes, even if they were not my mistakes, but
yeah.
they were around me. I saw what to avoid and
Yeah.
all,
Learning what not to do.
Exactly. So that being said, I was able to move forward and handle this the right way.
Yeah.
I've had some amazing people in my life that have helped me, just gave me the world, and just gave me the tools to conquer it. And I'm just, this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
I keep saying that, but it's crazy because I look back just 4 years ago, and I'm like, wow, I came home and I just had this dream, and now it's happening. So.
Well, from my perspective, it truly is just starting. I'm new to the trophy truck game entirely. Just started getting into it whenever I met this guy and started seeing the trucks, and I didn't realize the world I was missing out on. I'm an old school car guy, always, LS for life.
Yeah.
But everything is cool in my book.
Absolutely.
I just don't tell my brother that I like Fords.
You're right. But so it basically started with that extended cab, and Ethan, we've both of us have been hot rodders. Ethan's kept me alive on his hot rods through the years as well, and I always had work from Ethan, no matter what it was. If I was just home and I needed work, I'd just call him up and he'd send me something.
An Ampha car.
Yeah,
or
an
a
Ampha car,
Gremlin,
exactly,
or-
a Gremlin, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's been a blessing through the years for sure, and it's always been one of those customers that I've had for almost 18 years now, and it's now he wants me to go to the next step. He's always pushed me to the next step and gave me those tools to conquer that opportunity. So it's really cool. And this is just the beginning. We're really, really close on this one. We're fixing to pull in a couple other jobs that are just, you guys are going to see that come alive. And I need to be more personal, and I want the world to see what and how efficient we are. Because here's the thing, anybody can do restorations. We know that. But knowing
we don't.
the process and the right way to do that process, it's efficient in itself.
Yes.
So people always ask me, how do you do these restorations so fast with such a small team? We're ahead of it. We know what we're up against. We know how to conquer the solutions, whatever the case may be. Um, we've made those mistakes. We know what we do, what we're up against, and we chase after that quality of whatever that product may be. So we know what we can use and what we can't, and if you guys stay tuned, you'll see that. So that's one thing I really want to bring to the table, that it doesn't take 5 years to do a crazy restoration, or it doesn't take it. We can build those trucks. Like, I can start to finish one with the team of guys that I have. I feel confident in 5 months on a single truck.
Yes.
And if we do multiple at the same time, it's not a problem. I mean, it's literally just cut and paste. It's super easy.
Yeah.
Now, going back, it's been a lot of process to learn what works to do that. I've gone through many 4L60s, many 4L80s. I didn't know how to even rebuild a transmission until I started partying with that truck. So just in general, and LS, I was already pretty well-rounded with the LS. I had a lot of experience with it previous, but I always wanted more, and I wanted to know what worked and what didn't, and just seeing what other guys did. And I couldn't afford just to go buy a Morosi race engine, or pay Texas Speed to build me one, or whatever the case may be. I had to do it myself. So I had to learn a lot, mess a lot of stuff up as well, because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to make those mistakes, but at the same time, that was knowledge that I was able to put in my back book. So I was able to push forward and learn from the mistakes and make an awesome product. The truck's it was an extended cab. We shortened the frame. We've done everything. We cab swapped it, and then it turned into a full chassis. T Design, TCs, they're awesome. They're amazing people. They've helped me through the whole process. I knew what it took just in general just to build one of those chassis. If I was going to do it without him, I didn't want to do that. There's no way. Yeah. So I got with him and said, look, what can we do? Can we copy and paste this somehow? Can we do a CAD file? Can we make this work? Can we work together on it? I'll throw you my ideas and make something work to where it welds together.
Yeah.
And so we were able to build that first chassis in literally, I think it was less than 2 months.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
So fast.
And in between all this other work, granted, I had a lot of late nights.
Yeah.
a lot of late nights, a lot of long weekends, because I still had to keep the shop afloat as well. So I was, working crazy on that, and Bobby was a huge help. He had a lot of fabrication experience as well, on heavy equipment. So he brought that knowledge to the table, and vice versa. I had a lot of old school fabrication things in my book as well from Adam at Longview Drive Shaft. So it was just a general knowledge that you don't have to have a jig to do this. You don't have to have, if you know structural strength and the basic geometry, you can do this and do it the right way.
Absolutely.
So I was able to take that, move forward, and at that point I was like, okay, this is gonna work.
Yes.
So I updated the front kit. Same with Bobby at Azona Motorsports, which is previous owner of Dirty B. So he was already had that relationship built. I was able to move forward with his product as well, and just help him out as well. I mean, I look at everything as a pie. If we can all be a piece of that pie, we can come together and make something absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I've been focused on and moving forward with, and why we have come where we're at today, and how big this thing's going to actually grow.
Awesome.
So, just moving forward, and now you know a little bit why I do this every day.
Well,
So,
I mean, it wasn't a question to me as to why. I get it.
yeah.
I get it. I love this. And hey, why don't we go out there and show them a little bit of it? You want to do a walk
definitely.
around?
Heck yeah.
Let's go see.
Definitely. So stock dash, stock door panels, and we did build a console for the shifter. Um, so it doesn't, it hugs you, it's comfortable. It still feels like a truck when you're driving it down the road. I know that cage is pretty crazy, but it still feels like a truck. And that was the main thing I was after. I still wanted it to feel and drive like a regular old square body.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to do trophy truck stuff. So
And the cage it doesn't make egress impossible.
Right.
It's easy to
Yeah.
get in and out of.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
was one of my biggest things when, he sent me files for this cage. I was like, I want it easy to get in and out of because I had a Jeep that I caged. It was a Cherokee, and my knee hit it all the time, and I hated it. And I was like, I hate driving this truck. Like, I want a better one. So that's what this whole idea was. Like, I wanted this as easy to get in and out of as possible, and still functionality to where it's safe and still pass inspection. So yeah, definitely works. It's crazy. Like, we had 0 issues at Kentucky with it. They passed it right away, so it was pretty cool. Definitely neat.
Well, we've got the trophy trucks going on, and we're looking for brand ambassadors, I guess, to
Definitely.
buy these because, man, they're ready to go out and thrash and not just compete, but actually win.
Right.
Go drive it to the racetrack, go compete, walk off the podium, put your trophy in the floorboard, and go
Drive
home.
Yep. That was the whole goal when I had this idea in my head. There's nothing more hurtful about than just that car that comes from the garage
Yes.
and then goes and just takes home the trophy and then drives it home. It's just wild.
And you're stuck in your tow pig,
Right.
pulling yours
Exactly,
behind you.
exactly.
Nah, not here, boys.
So I was able to. My idea with this was to be able to do that same concept with a truck. So
Uh,
I think
well,
we've done it.
and the awesome thing is we get to build these, but when we're not busy building these, we also get to build that 56 for
Yep,
Jim
totally.
Frank.
That's right.
And
That's gonna be a sweet ride.
And
Man.
that 39 Plymouth
Yep.
also.
Yep.
And
Yeah, sneak peeks. We got a couple Fords in the work as well.
maybe a Coyote Torino or
maybe
something.
A Coyote Torino.
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, this maybe. We got the other Camaro, the 70 Camaro we're working on. It's going to be pretty crazy. You guys are going to see that.
Yes.
That car is...
Oh, she's spicy. I don't.
Yeah,
I feel like I can't say
Yeah,
anything because it's giving secrets away.
It is. We're just going to keep it on the lowdown. You're going to see it. Let's just say if GM was going to do it the right way, that's this one. I mean, not pointing fingers or tooting a horn or anything. But
Yeah, I mean, if GM was doing it right in the 70s, they
Yeah.
would have done it this way.
Exactly.
But, there's probably some pencil pusher that said no to this, right?
That's exactly what I think
Yeah.
what happened. I feel like the lines on this car, I can't wait for you to see it. You'll see the lines and you'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. That's what should have been done.
Yes.
It's not your typical wide body. Whoa.
No, you did too much.
I know.
You did too much.
My bad,
At least
my
you
bad.
didn't say anything about like Shanghai Spoolie Boys or
Yeah,
anything. Wait a minute, no.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. So anyways, that's gonna be pretty wild. So you guys are gonna see that. But yeah, this is a party, and I'm thankful to do it every day. And I couldn't do it without you guys, giving me the opportunity to do it, and the team that I have behind me.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. It really is.
Guys, we do need y'all to like, subscribe, and share.
Yes, please do.
Visit us on
Squared.
speed.squared on
yeah.
Instagram, and our main page, of course, is Squarebodies of Texas because we are square bodies till we die.
That's right.
But we want to build your hot rods too. So reach out to us, and we'll see about getting your next dream car in here. And man, we flip them, turn them quick too.
Yeah.
And dude, this is a blessing. I can't imagine a better way to retire.
Right?
Well, y'all check back in with us,
Please
and
do.
we're going to keep filming updates on everything. You got to meet Damien and
Yes,
Bobby and
Bobby.
Tyler.
Yes, you guys are
But we
definitely
wanted to
gonna
get this part out of the way and get y'all caught up. And we're going to have a lot more videos posting just as quickly as
Yeah,
possible.
absolutely.
I'm shooting for daily. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but we'll see.
Yeah, see what happens.